I want I want to feel your head right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Oh, I'm badly breathing and feeling to the ground. But each and every time we all stand up, stop like to yourself and me. True to yourself and that might be. We both can exceed destiny. So let's tell me now. You will feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the soul that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to the tomorrow. Don't hold back and let it be. You give me strength and give me play. To take the darkness, let's fall in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Come, light up like Hibana.
I think it's safe to rest here now. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
So I didn't really level up. I did a full clear of a couple of maps. I didn't really level up. But the one thing I did make sure to go do is what's over here. Just because
I finally made it.
so what I did was I've done the training in the novice of all of the characters. Vance, that's the level 40. I'm good. The only two that I could not get the time, time on, because the bottom reward is if you get it underneath the time limit. Where, Kasane, and, Dohim. Those were the only two I couldn't get under the time limit. That's more just because she still only has like 4 skills. Well, she has like 5. She has a healing skill, which is good in this area, just because you don't. If your character can't heal himself, don't get hit. But she's right now she's more focused on defense, so it kind of just doesn't work. The other thing is, so with the training, you read the special rule, you can only inflict damage on enemies that you down. You have to use your boost attack, or in her case, boost defense. Still called a boost attack. But the problem with hers is the charge is iffy. And I don't think you can hit, like all of the other ones, you can just hit all of the charging. Because as soon as one hits you, it breaks it. And the second level has 2. Dovahim just has the problem of he's a new character. Just don't have anything for him. I don't think I did any of. Yeah, no, I didn't do the. So one of the things that I got from doing that was this. Now, the one thing about it is I don't know if she has to be the one to defeat him or whatever, but I saw this and was like, huh, okay. I also saw this, so it's like, huh, that's the one, that's the artifact, that's her equipment that I'm changing out on her anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. I get 2 other things on top of it. But yeah, she only has these. The problem with it is she has no area. What? I guess I did just recently pick one up. I didn't have an aerial attack when I was doing it, if I remember. He has a lot. His skill is just kind of iffy as well. So. But one thing is, I definitely think we would be able to take this guy out. We're going to be able to take him out. Did I? Yeah, I picked that up. We're able to defeat this guy. The other guy, on the other hand, I don't think we would, because he's a 28. But other than the rewards you get from doing that, which they all gave a permanently increased at whatever stat. For what it pretty much gave a thing for the character, which I put all on Alphen because, yeah. But they all of the characters had the complete the novice training, which Alphen got. I have all of theirs. So. Oh. Yeah, it was from this tree, okay. Wait, this is the tree that you got from completing it. I think this is pretty cool. I didn't really show. This one. Just in case if anyone... is it that one? It's actually this one. Yeah. Okay. Here is his Shion's is it that one? No. Shion, which one was yours? Save. No. Hold on. Shion, which one is yours? No. Shion, did you not have one? No. No. Shion, do you not have one? Oh, it's not this one. Huh. Okay. Shion didn't have one. His is this one. Where's this? Shion, do you actually not have one? No. Huh.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Huh. Oh yeah, apparently we got horses. I don't know what. Also, I can't, like, unless that's used for selling at the moment, I have nothing to use. I have no use for any of that. So.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yeah, it'd probably mess us up good.
Hold on. Before I go into this, let's go and bring Diesel back in. Diesel, did you run past me? Okay. This will be... shit. That would be hers. Okay.
I won't forgive you!
I'll take out the leg with my shield.
Here
Aim for the weak spot. You picked the wrong fight. Here I come.
This one's mine. It's in the sky. Come on. I never miss.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you. Here I come. Double Demon Fang.
Now you see what I can do!
Here I come. Now or never.
Elusive deity in a bind!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Double
Annihilation!
Demon Fang.
Mega Ray! On guard!
Seismic rupture!
I'll heal you all! Healing
This one's
circle!
all mine. Eat this.
Rely on myself.
Seismic rupture!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm.
This one's mine! Healing circle!
Take this. Blue escape.
You're helping me have become a pattern.
Here goes!
It's for the good of all of us. Is it
Try
now?
harder. My turn. Take this.
There! One more!
Double
Back
Demon
to the
Fang.
fray.
Take this.
Mega Ray!
Here's
Dragon Swarm.
Can you take it?
Strike.
You're mine!
Here's denied! Going in!
Double Demon Fang.
Radiant light!
Here I come.
Force of regeneration! I can carve through armor! Regenerate!
Reload! Time to shine!
Let us take to the fray!
Let us all
I'll
mine.
heal you all!
You picked the wrong fight.
Take this!
You're
Tiger
mine.
Blade! Healing
In a
circle!
bind!
You're finished. Dragon Swarm.
Mega Ray!
Amazing. I'm grateful.
Swing
Double
forward!
Demon Fang.
Fury! Burning Blast!
Negative glacial
Try
spear!
harder.
Pierce evil!
Resonate with the earth!
Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang. Double Demon Fang.
Here!
Force of
And now
regeneration!
this one's back into the fray!
Thanks.
Gravitas!
My turn. You're mine.
You made me angry. That was
Dragon
a bad
Swarm.
idea.
Pierce evil! Freeze Lancer!
Double Demon Fang.
I'll heal you all!
Far enough.
Elusive
Healing circle! Come on!
You have to hold on.
Lunar corruption! Lunar laser fire! Tiger Blade!
Not done yet. Double Demon Fang.
Magna Ray! Here goes! I'm all stocked up! I love your toe!
Forgive me.
Healing circle!
Now I can let loose.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying?
Right.
Tiger Blade!
Try harder. Not a chance.
I'll face you.
Where are you going?
Seismic rupture! Elusive deity!
Here's a healing arc!
Ignite.
Use its weak point to take
I
it
don't have
down.
much left. All together, everyone.
Crescent Moon!
Blue escape.
Can you take it?
Tiger Blade!
Shine! Radiant light! Prepare to be seen!
Try harder. Not a
Annihilation!
chance.
Regenerate! No further!
Lightning!
Piercing!
You're mine.
Ready to go! Crescent Moon!
Head free
Here!
from regret.
I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
Double Demon Fang.
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang.
Further.
Stay away from my friend.
Take it! I'm only getting started! By the power of water! Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang.
Eat this!
Radiant
Blue
Blood!
escape.
Here!
It's over.
I might not be able to fight
Movement
defeat
in the
this.
sky is mine! Hear me!
Thought I was gonna be able to.
Right!
Hear my call!
Now you see what I can do!
Doesn't particularly matter if I can.
It's too much. Double Demon Fang.
By the power of water! Mega Ray!
Take this.
Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm.
Water, hear my call! Spread!
Double
Glacial
Demon
Spear!
Fang.
Pierce evil!
Because I think we're coming up on to the point where we're going to be start getting artifacts.
Water, hear my call! Spread! Hear
Lightning Thrust. You're mine. Lunar Rongo. Tear.
Glacial Spear!
Hurricane Thrust. Lunar Rongo.
Freeze Lancer!
Here I come. Blue escape.
Lunar corruption!
It's on.
You're bruised all over. Did you even notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
Dragon Swarm!
If it's in the sky, it's
Here I
mine.
come! I'm knocked up! Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! Radiant Pierce!
Double
I'm
Demon
gonna do it.
Fang! Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Back into
Take
the
this!
fray!
It's go time! Take this! Armor won't save you! I'm not... Double Demon Fang!
Downfall! Gravitas Field! Mega Ray! Back into the fray!
Double Demon Fang!
Here I go. I'm only
Here
getting
comes something
started.
big!
Try to dodge. Art expert coming through. Glacial Spear. Pierce evil. Don't mind if I do. Freeze Lancer.
Not today!
I'm on it. Astral energy.
Dragon Swarm!
Jedi Aqua. Raging Storm. Annihilate. Celestial Mega Ray.
Double Demon
This
Fang!
one's mine. I never miss. Lightning condemned.
You know, I might be able to beat it if I do so.
Sighted. Into the shadows.
Double Demon Fang!
Don't die.
Lightning condemned. I'm out. Thunderblade. The enemy is going all out. Hear me. Flame of fury. Burning strike.
It's go time! Armor won't save you!
Raging storm. Radiant pierce. Celestial banner. Ice prison.
Try harder! My turn!
Watch and weep.
Burn!
Light after breath. Radiant pierce. Confiscated.
It's finished! Double Demon
Let's
Fang!
do it.
Double Demon Fang!
Corruption.
Talon
Seal.
Hurricane!
Power of water. Let's get you all tucked away. Take care of water. Hear my call.
Oh, you are gonna pay for that!
Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang!
Take it. You're
Is
fine.
this it?
I'm all stocked up. Searing flame. Reload. Gravitas field. Watch and weep. This can't be happening.
Talon Hurricane!
Oh, okay. Okay. Got him as far as I did first time.
I can't believe this.
I didn't use any items, did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah. Save some time, just go here. Yeah, like, the weird position we're in is, we're in the part of the game where we're, because you get the, artifacts from the side quest. Minus for the keep whatever next playthrough, you get it from, the owls. But there's XP increasing. There's SP increasing from battles, all that. Do we have a fast shovel point? I keep it in wrong, but no, we don't. So that's the reason why if you're going through, do the side quests. Even if you're not doing it for those, the SP that the quests give, like, Like, hold on. I think it is. Like, that's 325. That's pretty noticeable. 300, 100. Well, that's from the first area, so yeah. And we also haven't done anything. Like, they're noticeable, all right. And for any of the ones where it's like, hey, go defeat these 3 sets of enemies, like, you're also getting an SP from just fighting them. And XP. It's worth it.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
I just so you know, I have not gone past. I haven't even come back into this area, just because. Main path.
Let's see what you've got.
Come one, come all.
That's
Lunarongo! Soda!
If they rush you, you
like
gotta
that's
get
a
cover.
good way of
Burn in hell!
going into an area to just
Charging us!
have to reload just because of the
Tide of battle turned in our favor.
the fact that, you know, cutscene played.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
So
Lunar Corruption!
Begin. Piercing roar. Rotating pile driver. No further.
Dazzle! Struck!
Going in!
Tiger blade.
Struck!
thought I felt the game trying to force me into motion.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Kept like auto locking
Fire
onto
and earth
the
astral
enemy.
energy, huh?
A perfect combination.
Oh yeah, we learned how to fish now.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Okay. Oak sword for gold. Titles. Okay. Okay. I've seen a. Oh god, it's.
Now, where might those fish be? Ha!
Oh. Dude. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, we've got a lively one. Ah!
have to grab a button. Okay, then.
I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
You tamed a real beast.
Okay. Not that bad. Probably going to do it off. Like off. A. Okay.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Yeah! There we go.
Oh yeah, this
I reeled us in a big one.
easy.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
You know, since I'm here, I'll go ahead and just A and Y.
Reel it in.
It's definitely nice that it tells you in the menu. Just because I wouldn't be able to remember per fish.
Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Time to try a different spot.
A and X. Oh,
There we go.
it's not the fish I'm wanting, I think. And again, I can't tell which one.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
That's not the one that I want. What's up? Oh.
Reel it in.
Mm,
I'll let you go this time.
dude. Yeah, A and X.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm calling it after this one. Well, for the fishing.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
The fish sell for a decent amount.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
I'm going to assume she has
Okay.
a... Oh? Okay. That one's always nice to have. Minervation. KO prevention. You're the second person to get this. Field guide. Fishing notes. Real quick. Is she the only one that gets? Okay. I hope that they kind of tell you which lore to use. So I don't buy any, okay, just catch fish. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing that off stream, just because it's kind of boring to watch. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that I turned off notifications. So.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Is that better? No. It looks cool.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
I was hoping now it's gonna last longer, but then it. Yeah, I walked away.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Just so you know, I have a wireless headset, so if I walk away, I can
Something
still
feels
hear
odd
everything
here.
going on.
Be on your guard.
Just let that know, be known. It's not like I'm not hearing whatever cutscene. I'm not seeing the cutscene. Well, I don't do it in cutscenes, but do it during the skits, just because I don't need to see. I just need to be able to hear.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renins.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renins are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Right, here goes! Take this! Burn!
I think I know my new farm.
I'm also good with airborne targets.
It's over! Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! It's over!
This one's mine.
You're mine!
Much obliged.
Take this!
This one's mine.
Double demon fang!
This one's mine.
Dragon swarm! You're finished!
Tiger blade.
Take this!
This one's mine. Here I come.
Lunar Rondo!
Tiger blade.
New escape!
Glacial spear.
Here I come!
Here's evil.
Come one, come all!
This one's mine.
Take this!
Going in.
Strike!
Where are you going?
Here I come! Strike!
Radiant
This
spear.
one's all mine! Burn!
Glacial fire.
New escape! Dragon swarm! I'm ready!
Going in.
All yours, Kisara.
We did it.
Magnificently done.
These little ones are hardly worth our time. Thanks for the concern.
More pummel will repayment
Come
for a
apart
favor.
to your heart's I don't grant favors, and I don't accept them either. Make it ready! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
All right.
Okay, the tutorial form. 26, okay.
There's nowhere to run from my art.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
Leave the agile one to me.
You're mine!
In a vine.
Dragon swarm!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah. No further. To me.
Piercing roar!
Demon fang! You're mine! New escape!
Can't get out of this.
Dragon swarm!
Water, hear my call!
On your knees. Now we're not. Take this.
Double demon fang! Dragon swarm! Here I come! I'm not done!
Going in!
Can you take
Take
this?
this! Dragon swarm!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Can't get out of this.
Burning strike! Crescent moon!
Dragon swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Flaming meteor! Glacial spear! Piercing
Here I come!
Time to go!
Take this!
Flaming
I'm
meteor!
not done!
In a bind.
Into the
Dragon
shadows!
swarm! Dazzle! It's on!
I'm off the
Don't eat dirt!
Never
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
I'm not done!
Going in! Mega ray!
Lunar Rondo!
Hook shot!
Tear!
Tiger
Here I
blade!
come!
You
Strike!
take this.
Ha!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Ooh, artifact. Is this the double? Is this the 3 more? Yes, it is. Okay. Faster. That one's pretty good. I don't know. It's
I sense...
Good to know my training is paying off.
Those two are from the free DLC. That's the reason why I have the unknown, and that's also the reason why my game is painful. Okay. Most likely not going to use any of the ones on the app, but... Actually,
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This is a dead end. Ooh, a chest.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Here goes.
Megatronic thrust! It's on! Resonate with the earth!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Prepare to be sealed.
Get behind me!
Perhaps pound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Healing circle.
Now I can let loose. Why'd you human?
To stop you dying?
I let my guard down.
Stay away from my friend!
Fear.
Escape!
Freeze Lancer.
Megasonic thrust!
Bring you back from Resuscitation.
No
Here's
escape!
a healing arc.
Sword Lane Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from death
You're
to
mine!
base. I'm expert coming through. Where are you going?
Dragon Form! I'm not done!
I'll bring you back from death to base.
Megasonic thrust!
Damn it! I'll end this with my own hands.
No rest for the wicked.
Sorry.
Elusive deity! You picked the wrong
I'm all
fight!
stuffed up.
Pile driver! Double Demon Fang! Strut!
Here, let me help. First aid! Glacial Steel. Anything in armor is all mine. Freeze Lancer!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Now you see what I can do!
Here!
Thank you for that.
Here I come! No escape!
Let's get back into it.
Lightning!
Double Demon Fang!
Make it break!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
This one is mine.
Take this.
Mega Ray!
Sword Lane Alpha! Megasonic thrust!
And more don't enough for now.
I'm not done!
Into the
Double
storm!
Demon Fang!
Time to pierce the end is nigh. So you clamor for my true power?
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Regeneration! Regenerate!
Dragon Swarm! Flaming thrust!
Head is free from regret.
Hurricane thrust!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
This was all mine.
Tiger Blade! Hear my call!
Not today!
Spread!
Double Demon Fang!
All yours, Kisara.
Glacial
No,
Steel!
make it
Here's the evil!
All yours, Kisara. Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
You know, I haven't really found any arts. Like, I found the dragon swarm. It's kind of my go-to right now. But all the other ones, I don't really enjoy, I guess. Also, yep. So.
Finally, some open space again. Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, Do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Let's see what you've got.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Spear.
Resonate with you!
Solar Launch. Airborne Beast. My spec.
Strike!
Glacial Spear. Piercing Arrow.
Got fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Radiant Blast. Searing
Strike!
Flame.
Like moth to the flame! Negative over! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Searing Flame. Reload.
Dragon Form!
Denied.
You're finished!
Gemini Aqua. Art expert coming through.
I'm ready! Go, in an instant! Impact Frost! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Hurricane Thrust!
Go
Luna Rondo! Stardust!
Annihilation. This one's mine. Raven Meteor.
I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes! My turn!
Lunar Corruption.
Strike!
So I still had room to grow.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
I'll do my best!
You're mine!
Come
one, come all!
Where are you going? If it's in the sky, it's mine. Confiscated. It's a duel of the arts.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Heart. Sounds like a job for yours truly. Leave the enemy's arms to me. This one's mine.
No complaint here!
Going in.
Megasonic Thrust! Here I come! No escape! Dragon Swarm! Sword Lane Alpha! On your knees! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed wall.
It's over! Armor won't save you! Take this! Dragon Swarm! No escape!
Shine! Radiant light!
Radiant
Regeneration! Can't get out of this!
I'm out. Come on. You have to. I never miss.
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Written ends, I would
Let
say.
me help. First aid. Resuscitation. Don't mind if I do. Steering play. Reload.
Another incantation ruined. This is some punishment.
Did you just hear me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
You're mine! I'm not done!
Here, let me help.
It's over!
They're all interrupted.
I'm not done! Don't need it!
Now you see what I can do. Back into the front.
Megasonic Thrust!
Time to
Take
shine.
this! I'm not
I'll heal
done!
you all.
Burn in hell!
Resonate with
Take
the
this!
earth.
Sword Lane Alpha!
This one's mine. Do it.
Greenwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Dynasty. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Take this!
Denied.
I'm not done!
This one's mine.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Into the shadows.
Light! Force of
Don't
regeneration!
Light free!
You can just sit still. I
Sia,
never miss.
can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'll take you all on.
Just need to find some arts that I actually enjoy using.
Resonate with the earth!
Dragon
The
Swarm!
enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
Burn in hell! You're mine! Sword Lane Alpha!
Do it.
Strike! It's over!
Take this!
Fury. Burning strike.
I can carve through armor!
I'm gone.
Here!
All right.
You're mine!
I owe you one back.
Why'd you heal me?
Stop you dying?
You're
I'll
mine!
heal you all.
Megasonic Thrust!
Healing
Here I
circle.
come!
On your knees.
Into the shadows.
Here I go! It's over!
Being interrupted?
Reload.
Not today!
Here's a healing arc.
Do it! Double C totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Wow. Look what I just found.
Right! Go!
Radiant light!
Where are you going?
Regeneration!
Here goes. Here I
Sword
go.
Lane Alpha!
Can't handle me, can you?
Anything in armor is all mine.
Carve through armor!
I'll heal you all.
Here!
Dance on the wind! Prepare to be sealed of fleet foot. Actually, bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more duo. That's my cue.
Shut him down! Further!
Look sharp.
Sword Lane Alpha! Strike!
This one's mine.
I'm ready! Blow them away!
I'll heal you
My
all.
turn!
On guard.
Not today! Sword Lane Alpha! Dragon Swarm!
You're helping me become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Stay still!
This Make it rain!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Denison!
My turn!
Flaming Meteor! Lunar Corruption! Wanton
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Elusive Deity!
Annihilation! Tiger Blade!
On your knees! Take this!
I'll smash you! This one's mine! This wasn't ideal.
Take this! Double Demon! Any more of this will burn out! No further!
Shield and face! Here
Not
I go!
today! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear me!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together. Like a finely timed walk.
Reload!
Here! Resonate with the earth!
Lunar Corruption! This one's mine! By the power of
Double
water!
Demon Fang!
How about this?
You're finished!
Here's a healing art!
I'll blind you with
First
stop!
aid!
Elusive
Do it!
Deity! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Do you still have enough energy for healing?
Honestly, I'm a little worse for wear.
The design of the... This equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Where are you going? If it's in the sky, it's mine! This one's mine! Tiger Blade!
Alpha! I'm not done!
Lunar Corruption! Too shy to
You're
come
mine!
over. Here, let me help!
Right here! I got you!
In a bind, Dragon Swarm!
I'm only getting radiant burn up!
Now you see what I can do! On your knees! Here!
This one's mine!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Arch Steel! Breeze Lancer!
It's over!
Here's a healing art!
Make it rain! Blow them away!
Here's a healing art!
Look sharp!
First aid!
Here I come!
I never miss! I'm gone!
Resonate with the earth! Quick rush!
Radiant, look here! I'm out of ammo!
Do it! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done! Negative gate! Hurricane Thrust! On your knees! Lunar Rondo! Mirage! Dazzle!
Aw, too shy to come over!
Burn in hell!
Here, do it!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So it's still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
You're in the office.
A new melody!
Double demon!
Ready and rare!
Radiant Stream! Radiant Pierce! Tiger Blade!
Take this!
Radiant Pierce!
Resonate with the earth!
Dragon Swarm! It's over! Double demon fang!
Bloody howling!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Radiant Pierce! Going in! Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Double demon fang!
Glacial
Here I
Spear!
come!
Pierce Evil!
Blue escape!
Look shot! Freeze Laser!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Primed and ready!
Double demon fang!
This one's mine!
Take this! Burn it!
Impressive. I didn't even get to have my turn.
History abounds with tales of lords daring exploits.
Maybe you'll share some with me.
Green
Mega Rail!
blood, rending you apart!
Bloody
Far through armor!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Discourteous son.
You want me? Come get me.
Radiant Dolphin! Searing Flame!
Resonate with the earth!
Double demon fang!
Searing Flame!
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough.
It's on!
Water! Hear my call!
Not today!
Fled! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Take this!
Look shot!
Double
Freeze
demon
Laser!
fang!
Tiger!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's got your name on it!
Act to action! A merry destruction!
There's still more to go!
Okay!
Elusive deity! Against you performance!
Dragon Swarm! I'm knocked up!
This one's down to the fray! Tiger Blade! Flame of Fury! Burning
Everlasting!
Here's my call!
Be still!
Negative date! Ready and ready!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Shy to come over!
I'm
Here,
not done!
let me
It's
know!
on! You picked the wrong one!
If it's in the sky,
You're
it's
mine.
mine! I'm going!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Spear!
Double demon fang! Doubling! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed ball.
Hurricane thrust!
Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo!
Demon fang!
Elusive deity!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Make it right!
Blue escape!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I still got a ways to go.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Expert, coming through!
Can't get out of this!
Hear me! Flame of
Sword Rain Alpha! I'm not done! Here! Engulf you! It's over!
Freeze blade! Tiger blade!
Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
I'm not done! You picked the wrong fight!
Lunar corruption!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Time to shine!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear me!
I can
Flame
carve
of
through
fury!
them!
Shield and break!
Shine! Radiant light! Breath of regeneration! Crush! Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done! Regenerate! Dazzle!
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain. Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Opted for an intricately crafted weapon as usual.
It is beautiful in both function and form.
You're gonna hate when it gets scratched. I'll do my best! Get behind me!
I'm not done! It's on! No further!
Corruption!
You picked the wrong fight! Megasonic Thrust!
Tiger blade!
Blue Escape!
This
It's
one's
over!
mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Denied!
Megasonic Thrust!
I'm gone!
How
How do you like being
looking
pounded
good.
into shape? Where are you going?
Here goes! Here's a healing art!
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training, though.
That's what I like to hear.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Megasonic Thrust! Here I come!
Not on my watch! Lunar corruption! I'm all stopped up!
Not today!
Gemini Alpha!
Sword Rain Alpha! In a bind? No.
Mega Ray!
Can't end here!
I'm ready. Alone here.
No more play!
Demons Descend! Flashing Fang!
I'll bring you back from death abyss!
Shine! Radiant light!
I'll bring you back from death abyss!
Regenerate!
Alright! I'll bring you back from
Much
death
obliged.
Speaking of that, did you know that
Tell me
I engulfed you!
Slayer Torch! Can't be happening!
Megasonic Thrust! Crush! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Another incantation
Art
ruin!
expert coming through!
Double Demon Fang! Take this! I'm not done!
Here's a healing art! Don't mind if I do! Back into the fray!
Blue Escape!
Hear me! Flame of
This
fury!
one's all mine! Long! Blow them away!
Will this
My
help?
turn! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! You're mine!
Tiger blade!
Bloody howling!
I've used a bit too much healing.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally. Coming through! Resonate with the earth!
Where are you going?
I'm not done! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll leave the front line to you.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Take this! It's over!
Confiscated! Radiant Pierce! Tiger Blade!
Smash you! You're finished! This
Annihilation!
In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together. Like a finely timed waltz. Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Great faith and breaking you apart! You picked the wrong fight! My turn! I'm not done! Rising Falcon! You're mine!
Healing Circle! On shield!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner nothing done.
Do it!
Ringwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
I don't know which way is. Walk in here just to see what it is. Maybe it has a fast travel point. If it does, that's good. If it's a new area, I'll just go. Oh. Where's supposed to be? I don't think. No, no. I don't think they're supposed to be up here.
What's that big tower over there?
It's up there.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Actually, we fought some new enemies. We might. Well,
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. Ah, guess I misread the landing.
okay. So we can't go in here yet. And again, I don't think I want to go in there yet. Just because I remember seeing something about a tower and it being in-game
Let's
stuff.
see.
I don't know
I've
if
cooked,
that's
cleaned,
true.
and sewn. I think that's everything for today.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this!
Isara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
I still don't know what getting closer to them does.
Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
Also, I don't...
If you need help with anything, just let me know.
Like... I don't...
Make sure to get some good rest.
Like... Seems kind of awkward to
Well, off we
have
go.
you choose between one or other. But at least I have the did I get a fast travel point up there? I think. Remember. Yeah. So the only way is there. I'm also surprised we haven't seen an enormous Zoogle yet. Because it seems like something we would
As I recall, there's a recipe we've yet to try.
Yeah, this is the last ingredient we need.
Then let's go ahead and prepare it.
I don't know what recipe you're talking about. So.
Out of my way!
Resonate with the
I
earth!
never miss! Bronze and red if I do! Flame of fury, burning! Here's the evil! Where are you going?
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sierra,
Can you take care of them? Hey! Blow them away!
This one's mine! Leave the enemy's arc!
In a bind? No complaint here!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Rage.
Art expert coming through!
Not today! Sword Rain Alpha!
Corruption!
Make it rain! Power up water! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
It's over! Make it rain! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Block! Now! On your knees!
Mega ray!
This one's mine! Devastation!
Flame of fury!
Rending you
Burning
apart!
strike!
Good to know my training is paying off.
Inhibitor. I don't know which one is.
Let's see what you've got.
Here I come! I carve through armor! Rending you apart!
Will this help?
Here! This one's all mine!
Resonate with the
Burn!
Healing
Plasma! Double stop!
Glacial steel.
We got fire!
Where are you? I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Megasonic! All yours!
Lunar blast!
Dragon Swarm! Make it rain! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Rising Falcon!
Radiant
Take this! I'm not done! It's over!
Radiant blast here!
Double
Meteor!
Impact! Negative game! Dragon Swarm! This
I
one's
never
all mine! I'm not done! Sword Rain Alpha! I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away! My turn!
Gravitas! Do it!
It's over!
Anything in... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Looks like we won.
Um, 800. Xion, you're going to be getting new trees soon. I'm just going to be assuming that from, you know, the price of the... Seems like should be getting those. Or I'm just going through it too quickly. Real quick, let's go up the ladder and see. If there's anything. Oh.
Guess I misread the... Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldomenencia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menencia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Mega Ray!
Eat this!
Going weakened!
Here I come! This ends now!
Tiger Blade! Healing Circle!
Appreciate the help! Resonate with the earth!
Who the hell are you?
Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Far enough! Radiant Circle! Crescent Moon!
Take it!
Here I go! Abundant! Downfall! Unguard!
Here!
Lunar Corruption!
Shot!
Power of water!
Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this!
Enjoy.
It's in the sky! It's mine!
Down on the ground!
Ready and raring!
Bathed in blood!
Radiant Here! Going in!
Now! While it's freely!
Take it down! Tiger Blade!
I'm not done!
Mega Ray!
Sword Rain out!
Forgive me.
Switch to Ultra!
From beyond.
Enjoy.
Imbue this
Where are you
vanquished
going?
soul with life.
Flaming!
Resuscitation. I'll smash you!
I'll heal you all!
I owe you one.
Take this.
Healing Circle!
Enjoy.
By the power of water!
Double Demon Fang!
Catapult.
Take this.
Let me help!
Shield and
Flaming Meteor! Lunar Corruption! By the power of water!
Flaming charges.
Here.
Negative gate.
Look sharp!
Green bathed in blood.
Tiger Blade!
Bloody howler.
Annihilation! Far enough! Mega Ray!
Megasonic Thrust!
You require a hand.
Into the shadows!
No further.
Mega Ray! Here's
This
the
is looking
hero.
good. It's on!
Glacial Rock!
You're mine.
Tiger Blade!
I don't like your edgelord walk.
Glacial, where are you going? I'll heal you all!
You picked the wrong...
Hootle the MVP! Do it, Hootle! Come on! Oh. I thought Hootle was suddenly going to power up and beat him up. Guess it's not going to happen.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you
I'm
were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Is there anything at all? No, just a whole lot of walls for him to throw us into. Okay. Nope. That's disappointing. I should have went.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan Astral Arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionne's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Hold on, what's the problem? He said it when the bird's... The bird's gonna go through that process anyways, right? Like, it's better than just letting it go to waste, I guess. It's better of him asking now before just doing it.
Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo!
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies!
It is long. So I'm going from the intro. I'm going to assume that guy that we just fought. He is somehow. He is some in whatever way he's connected to the Lord with the Water Master Core.
Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Just because his sword, in the intro it looks like his sword is blue. Well, it has a blue line, kind of like when we're using the blazing sword. Just gonna assume it's either he is the Lord or he is in a similar position to us. That's just gonna be my guess right now. There's nothing to base it off of other than his sword after image line is blue.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadheim's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadheim. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
He's going to get backstabbed.
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye'm signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Xion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye'm, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye'm and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey,
Yeah!
good.
All right!
Real quick, we have quest there. Do we have any quests appearing anywhere else? Quickly go over and grab this glove.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we speak to them.
He's saying so.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Excuse me, what? Well, this one seems like it's at the top of the mountain. Just beyond me. Sand and stone. Calaglia? Northeast of a wasteland to the north. And yeah, that's Calaglia. Oh. Yeah, the only place that it... Is there another one? Quick look and grab this one. I don't know, I really enjoy that, that they're actually telling you where the quests are. It's going to be annoying when there's a quest that, like, doesn't show up. But... I'm going to assume that is the wastelands of, Calaglia?
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Just be...
Oh yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes.
Hey!
Hmm?
Ah!
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
So I'm not gonna lie. So from the tip, it seems like it's over here.
Always good to be back in familiar territory. Mm-hmm.
So what was the first one? Just beyond the hovels. I'm gonna assume this way. Just because. Oh.
Okay, off we go.
Like, I don't know what I'm looking for, particularly. Or even if this is the correct spot. Northernmost reaches Elder Wasteland to the north, Venom Bannon. Like, that just seems like it's all the way over here.
Guess I misread the landing.
Like, is this? Oh, I guess. Northernmost.
I think Hoodle's hungry.
Funny. I could have sworn that was your stomach making all the racket.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
Okay, so that one. Oh, how quickly are we going to kill these people?
I'll take you all on! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Over so soon?
So, it... I don't know about the first clue. Like that, it legit could be anything. So what's the third one? It lies dormant at the back of the narrow road to the west. Ancient. Like, is that the ancient tower? Like this map doesn't like, is it this? No, that guy is still standing there. Mystery pair. Tales of not Fitzvaria. Rise. The mystery pair. Is this the only part of the quest? What? Huh? Wait. Like, was that just 3 hints that tell you where to go? Phone. Okay. But from reading what I just read,
Finally.
seems like this is.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
But apparently we keep this. And apparently it's used to craft the best weapon in the game, apparently. I don't know. That's... Then again, they usually like, making the first weapon requirement for the, best weapons.
I'm not so sure.
How's this?
I see.
Great! Huh? Hmm?
Agreed.
Darling.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be irritating together.
Quivering candles. More ores. Okay. Just gonna look once more. Okay. Should I go and start this? Because if I start it, I might run into a situation that I did last time, where I just couldn't progress. Yeah. If it does, I can always just backtrack. Well, I can also just save right now.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Is it that? I can't assume it's that far because there's nothing. So what's happening with her? Like, okay.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Dahnans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey!
I want to have the lemons. Never mind.
Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes. What?
What?
I don't believe this.
All right?
No.
Sure.
Really now?
Yes!
What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the Guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Okay. I'm not going to go through this area right now, so... first things first. Time to check to see if I can actually... Okay! This is a perfect place to leave off. Since I can actually, you know, do stuff.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
First things first, did we get another artifact? Yeah, cooking effects. I don't know why you would turn these all off. Okay. Because there's not really any of them that you really need to turn off. No. I know there's one that is the normal, do 1 damage no matter what. That one I can understand turning off just because, you don't need to do 1 damage all the time. So, but I'm going to be calling it here. I'm probably going to be a tiny bit of a higher level. We can't do the training because we're not high enough level. If I meet the requirement for it, I might do it, might not, who knows. But I'm gonna call it here.